Good morning. This is Pastor Jeff, and this is our daily lectionary readings for Wednesday, July 24th, 2024. Psalm 61, once again, is going to be our psalm reading. 2 Samuel chapter 9, verses 1 through 13 is going to be our Old Testament reading. And then the Gospel of Luke chapter 15, verses 1 through 7 is going to be our New Testament reading. We are going to be reading it out of the NRSV. With it being Wednesday, we're still reflecting back on what happened at church on Sunday. Listen in. Psalm 61. Hear my cry, O God. Listen to my prayer. From the end of the earth I call to you when my heart is faint. Lead me to the rock that is higher than I, for you are my refuge, a strong tower against the enemy. Let me abide in your tent forever, find refuge under the shelter of your wings. For you, O God, you have heard my vows. You have given me the heritage of those who fear your name. Prolong the life of the king. May his years endure to all generations. May he be enthroned forever before God. Appointed steadfast love and faithfulness to watch over him. So I will always sing praises to your name as I pay my vows day after day. Our Old Testament reading coming from the book of 2 Samuel chapter 9. David asked, "Is there still anyone left of the house of Saul to whom I may show kindness for Jonathan's sake?" Now there was a servant of the house of Saul who was named Ziba, and he was summoned to David. The king said to him, "Are you Ziba?" And he said, "At your service." The king said, "Is there anyone else remaining of the house of Saul to whom I may show the kindness of God?" And Ziba said to the king, "There remains a son of Jonathan. He is crippled in his feet." The king said to him, "Where is he?" And Ziba said to the king, "He is in the house of Machir, son of Amiel, at Lobar." Then King David sent and brought him from the house of Machir, son of Amiel, at Lodabar. Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, son of Saul, came to David and fell on his face and did obeisance. David said, "Mephiboseth." He answered, "I am your servant." And David said to him, "Do not be afraid, for I will show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan. I will restore you to all the lands of your grandfather Saul, and you yourself shall eat at my table always." He did obeisance and said, "What is your servant? You should not look upon a dead dog such as I." Then the king summoned Saul's servant Ziba and said to him, "All that belonged to Saul and to all his house I have given to you, your master's grandson. You and your son and your servant shall till the land for him, and shall bring him in the produce, so that your master's grandson may have food to eat. But your master's grandson, Mephibosheth, shall always be at my table." Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Then Ziba said to the king, "According to all my lord the king commands his servant, so that your servant will do." Mephibosheth ate at David's table, like one of the king's sons. Mephibosheth had a young son whose name was Micah, and all who lived in Ziba's house became Mephibosheth's servants. Mephibosheth lived in Jerusalem, for he always ate at the king's table. Now he was lame in both of his feet. Our New Testament reading comes from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 15, verses 1 through 7. Now, all the tax collectors and sinners were coming near to listen to him. And the Pharisees and the scribes were grumbling and saying, "This fellow welcomes sinners and eats with them." So he told them this parable. Which one of you, having 100 sheep and losing one of them, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after the one that is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he lays it on his shoulders and rejoices. And when he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying to them, "Rejoice with me, for I have found my lost sheep." Just so, I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner and repents than over 99 righteous persons who need no repentance. And here ends our readings for the day.